Please pull up your punctuation practice 1, your commas, and we'll go over the split rules very quickly, and then we'll move on to the part that you were to do on your own, which is the practice 1 on the back side. So first of all, we're looking at going over the rules just a little bit at a time. So you only could use these 4 rules for these 5 sentences. You'll notice that you need a comma after yet and after Chris. That's a noun of direct address when we're saying somebody's name in a sentence. The second one is actually an introductory dependent clause, rule number 2, because we have this DC because the toothbrush had not yet been invented. Okay, so you can see that I can double underline that, and over here we have our independent clause, and we can just underline that one once. Our third sentence is an introductory word, such as well, comma. Our fourth one is an independent clause, comma, conjunction, independent clause. So we can see there, conjunction, I see period. That's a pattern that we've talked about quite a bit. And number 5 is another introductory dependent clause. So even though cavities can be fixed, we would want to, if we were underlining, double underline that to show that that's a dependent clause. And you should still try to avoid getting them would be an independent clause. So even though is a subordinating conjunction. Okay, moving on, we are going to go down to rules 5 through 8. Number 6, sentence 6, is a quoting one. So we want to make sure that your comma is right after fair and right after explained. This, I believe, is a parenthetical expression, so we want our commas to go around both sides of it. Number 8 is not a rule, it's not a non-essential clause, and that's not even in this section, but it is an appositive. So your beautiful great Appaloosa is the appositive, and the commas go around it. Number 9 is, again, dates and addresses. We would want to put our comma here after by, and here after lane, and here after Deaver. We do not put a comma between the state and the zip code. And number 10 is another appositive. My neighbor, comma, Betty Jean, comma, is going to watch my house for me while I go on vacation. All right, moving down to rules 9 to 11. Like I said before, some of these rules sheets have the series rule split up into 9 and 11, and then 12 is the non-essential clause. Some of them are like this just to try to simplify things. I'm not sure it worked. Numbers 11 and 12 are both series of things. These are series of nouns, and these are series of adjectives. Okay, now, yes, if you have paper comma clips or paper comma scraps, I don't think that's the best way to do it, but it's not really important as far as how to use a comma. Number 13 is a non-essential clause. You'll see that this is a dependent clause, and I'll go ahead and double underline that so you can see that. And then we have just a clarity one, my room, comma, rather than Susan's, comma. All right, going to the back, and the part that you really need to double check for both commas and rules is our second side of our practice 1. The first one is rule number 1. We finished waxing the car at 3, comma, and at 3:15 it began to rain. Now technically you don't have to have a comma after 3:15. If you wanted to, for clarity, that would be okay too. Number 2 is a series. So we have a box of raisins, comma, 2 boxes of gum, comma, 3 bananas, comma. Number 3 is really just a clarity rule, and you might have noticed when you read that sentence to yourself that you had to read it a couple times in order to figure out where the punctuation went. After beyond is the best place for that. Number 4, this is a non-essential clause. So you'll see that who is the youngest in the family is actually a dependent clause. It is not necessary, and therefore we do use the commas on either side of it. Number 5 and number 6 are both series. So we want to put a comma after each of our names here. These are proper nouns. And in number 6, we want to put a comma after each of our color words, which are always adjectives. All right, let's go down to number 7. Now this is an appositive. Austin and Colin are my nephews. My nephews are Austin and Colin. So we want to put commas on either side. Number 8 is dates and addresses. We want a comma after Cleveland and after Ohio, after Virginia Beach and after Virginia, and finally after December. Now we have another appositive. My cousin, comma, the youngest girl, comma, is working for a legal firm in Chicago. So this is your appositive. Number 10 is a dates and addresses. We just need 2 commas in this one, after 12 and after 2013. Numbers 11 and 12 are both introductory dependent clauses. So you'll see as soon as I saw the sunset, and I'll double underline that to show you, and you'll see down here, while the weather outside is frightful, and we can put our double underline there just to show that these are both dependent clauses that begin with subordinating conjunctions. As soon as is a subordinating conjunction, and while is a subordinating conjunction. Number 13 is a noun of direct address, so we put our comma after Janet. Number 14 is an introductory word, so we put it after well. Number 15 is an IC, comma, conjunction IC. So IC, comma, conjunction IC is what I'll put at the end there, and you can see that we have our comma after holidays and before the conjunction yet. Number 16 is a clarity rule. So the rain, comma, not the snow, comma. Number 17 is a series. We have an adjective series here, so we need 3 commas. Number 18 is a quoting rule, so we want our comma after the word down. Number 19 is an appositive, so you can see the appositive is the SAT, and we want to set that off with commas. Number 20 is a compound sentence. We'll see independent clause, comma, conjunction, independent clause. Now we're almost finished here, which is good because it's almost the 7th period. 21 is a non-essential clause. So you'll see that here we have who was a friend of my mother's. It's not really necessary to the sentence, and it does include a verb and a relative pronoun. So we mark that as a non-essential clause. 22 and 23 are both introductory dependent clauses. You can see that although is our subordinating conjunction here, and since is our subordinating conjunction here. And finally, we have a series. So pizza, comma, Kool-Aid, comma, pretzels, comma, and cookies and cream ice cream. If you've never heard of cream ice cream, well, I haven't either, and that's why cookies and cream ice cream goes together. I might have fooled you a little bit on that one. That concludes going over commas 1, and I will leave you to next pull up commas 2 and to get started on that one. Good luck! This is the document you should have pulled up from Blended Schools. It is Punctuation Practice 2, and it is about, you guessed it, the woolly mammoth. You'll see that on the front side the rules are split up to, again, just concentrate on the way each rule should work. And there are some examples there for you to look at. And we're still going through the split up rules. And then we have practice side B, where you are just going to be able to use rules 1 through 11 and figure it all out together. So you're going to go ahead and get these completed for tomorrow, or whenever you have been assigned to do it. So pay attention to your schedule. Good luck, and let me know if you need help.